Welcome back, everyone. Been an interesting day. Had a really good sleep last night. Pretty out of control yesterday again. Woke up this morning, felt very good. Had probably 2 hours. Woke up and had 5 hours. Yeah, so my wife went to work today. I decided I'll have a day to myself. Just all about me. Just relax, do my hobbies. So I spent most of the day cleaning, hovering between projects. I worked a bit on the Ford XC. I'll show you in a minute. I worked on my Bug-Eye Subaru. Yeah, just relaxed, didn't answer the phone. A lot of messages. YouTube's just gone through the roof. I think we're up to 50,000 views in 19 days, which is pretty encouraging. I still don't understand how it all works. I'll just go along with the flow. So I'll show you what I got up to today. Sorry about that, guys. All right, so I set up here, this little station here. So I won't tell you what cleaning products I used. I'll say that for another day, but I spray everything that I'm cleaning, throw it in that bucket, scrub it, and then throw it in this bucket of soapy water, and then you get bits coming out. I'll put them up somewhere else. I'm still struggling with the shoulder a little bit. Yeah, so I got one of the wheels out, cleaned it all up. That's one of the old consoles that I had. It's good if you got 2 or 3 of everything, because it means you can rob bits off a few other projects. Yeah, so I got the bike. I'm glad I kept the bike. It's in my man cave area. Haven't built the walls yet, but that'll come. Yeah, so this is my workstation. This is where I make all the content, do all my business. I think that's Minnie there, Minnie the cat. She's going for a bit of a walk in the backyard. So yeah, the console's really nice. I got that off Dan down in Heathcote. He dropped it off. Really good condition. Where'd I put the other bits and pieces? Yeah, so then it's all nicely lit up here. That's eventually going to be where I house. Well, I will put some bikes in there and probably a car, and I've got another Subi coming tomorrow. It's a Blob-Eye. So I've got the Bug-Eye, which is nearly finished. I actually drove it properly for the first time yesterday around the windy roads, and man, is that a good car. I haven't driven it since Shockworks. Did the suspension, and yeah, you can't really see much there. Have I shown you the floors, how solid this old girl is? She's a bit of a gem. So I've got it all stripped out, and the floors are really solid. You know, I cleaned up the back seat, and I've got another really good seat in here. Yeah, so this is the bottom of the back seat, and the material's just like in as new condition. So I've got 2 spare seats which are broken up. So this one here, I mean, it'll clean up. The vinyl's in really good nick, but got it there, like I want it to be immaculate there. So what I was thinking was, I scored a really good seat off, probably better, off Dan yesterday, and then he gave me the other seat for nothing. So what I'm thinking is, I'll take it to a trimmer down the road. He can use the backs of the seat, there's really good material there, and make me up a mint original interior. I don't want to put new parts in it. I want to do a nice restoration, sympathetic to the car. You following me, Duke? Good boy. You can come in the garage, Duke. All right, so this is a schmozzle here, but hang on, lights coming on. So this is the seat that Dan dropped off. So I haven't cleaned it, but I've inspected it. So it has not got a rip or a mark anywhere. I've got a couple of different bits of vinyl for down here. This will all clean up mint. You know, I've got all the winders and covers, and just wondering where I'll put everything. Yeah, that's the other spare seat I've got. So the backs of the seat are in really good nick. Oh, the trimmer should be able to make one really mint seat out of that. So I ordered a heap of shit online today from eBay. What did I get? So I've got blue carpet, underlay. I've got the blue console, the T-bar shifter. Dan supplied the complete T-bar, linkage, hump for the floor. Yeah, basically turned into a T-bar. So it'll be auto power steer car with T-bar. Now where'd I put those bits that I cleaned up? I'll grab a light and then you can see what I've done. So I'm definitely, this is definitely a keeper. So you can see here, like these bits have just come up like brand new. Yeah, they're pretty fragile, but the new rubbers will cover them. Look at that armrest. That's, I mean, you just don't find them like that. All those bits. So I've got spares, anyone that's building one with a cream trim or buckskin trim. All that stuff's in Mickey Mouse condition. This is all my stock I'm selling. So that's what I've been doing for the last 2 weeks, is unpacking and checking stock and testing. This is, I'm a hoarder, so my wife said I always spend a lot of money, but I didn't. I actually kept everything I spent it on. So I got, everything I've got is complete with purchase receipts, packaging, you name it. So yeah, so that's the hump down there. I've got some stuff resting in the water. That's all been rinsed off, that stuff there. So I've got a couple of, sorry about the lighting guys, I'm trying to do it by myself here. So I've got 2 ashtrays to choose from, and they've come up really, really good. I've got about 20 door handles, and got new screws coming for those. So yeah, I think it'll be, you can tell I'm new at this. I think it'll come up really well. So the new front, so I put a 235 on that other front wheel, and the back at the moment I think it's got a 245 on it, and I think probably a 275. I've got enough room under the guards. I've also got 25mm spacers so I can fill them out nicely. Whoever had this car spent a lot of money on it. The auto's in good nick, the motor's in good nick. It's a the biggest of the 250 Crossflow. It's got HM headers. It's got a nice sound to it. Power steer works. So mechanically it's really good. I checked the front shockies today and someone's put new ones in it, so I was lucky there. The rear had air shocks, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. I've got 2-inch lowering blocks, so it should sit pretty flat, maybe half an inch of rake to the front. Yeah, so that's a cap for today. Yeah, well, it looks like I have to keep going with this channel because you get 50,000 views in 19 days or 18 days. I mean, I'm not sure that's ever been achieved before, but again, I don't know much about Facebook. So yeah, so the leftover bits, what I'll do is I'll restore all those. So that spare black console, I can paint that any colour and that'll be a fully restored console. You know, my price is not some of the outlets' prices. So leave messages. I'm going to have some different content which will only be available to members. Again, look, YouTube are fantastic. They send me little hints along the way, and to give you a sort of more one-on-one experience, I'm thinking that might do the trick. Also going to organise merch by the end of the month, as I've said before. I've organised some Makita jackets, Yamaha jackets. So predominantly my life and lifestyle is going to be Subarus and Yamaha products. So whether that be a boat, a jet ski, a motorbike or a buggy, whatever. They're two products that I can rely on. I don't get paid for this. Who knows, might end up getting the Yamaha advertising. Someone, I think Madness Proprietary Limited.com sponsored my Madness content. Don't even know how they found out. It's probably an algorithm. So once again, hit like, share, subscribe. I'm definitely going to hang in. It's something I'm enjoying. I'm not going to do the tool stuff. I'm going to offload that to somebody else who wants it. And the building, that'll wind up by the end of February. I've ordered some farming and excavation machines, which will be arriving next week or the week after. So I've got, I think, a small and large Bobcat, a 1.5 ton excavator. They're all running the Kubota motors. So I think the excavator's 50 horsepower, the big Bobcat's 100. I can get rider mowers too really, really cheap. So I can get a 40 horsepower rider mower or 40-inch deck, I'm not sure, with a catcher on the back. I'll be doing them, yeah, a lot less than the stores. But you got to remember too, so I'm actively online now. This particular promotion ends tomorrow. So I think they were 75% off. Exactly the same as a Bobcat. So anyway, we'll do a bit of content when that comes in. G'day, Duke. So I got my loyal companion Dukey's sitting there like a Duke. There's Alia. Oh, there she is. Say hello, Alia. Say hello. That's a good girl. That's a good girl. We'll call that an evening, and I'm not sure what I'm doing tomorrow. I just write everything in the diary and I check it in the morning, and it's going really well. All right, thank you.